Hey everyone, Jesse here. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Elgato 4K60 S Plus capture card. After the unboxing, I'm going to show you how to set it up on your PlayStation 4 Pro system. Now we're going to be doing this in standalone mode just because my PC is not strong enough to handle recording with this thing, but go on a little bit closer and we'll go ahead and get to the unboxing steps. Alright, and here's the box. So you can see it's kind of a hefty box for what I assume is a hefty device. But here we go, we have the logo, Elgato 4K60 S Plus, and it says, I don't know if you can kind of see that there, capture 4K HDR anywhere. And then we can see the box itself, and then if we focus in there, we have 4K HDR capture, SD card recording, obviously for the standalone mode, then HEVC encoder, and we have the Elgato branding right there. Then on the side here, we can see let's see, we can't see, we move up the camera just a little bit. You can see there the 4K capture utility, dedicated software for maximum performance, and then some more blurbs here. If we can focus there, you can see some more information. There we go. Video library, flashback recording, and live commentary. I used to have I still have I think it was the Elgato 60S that I used back when I was recording like PS4 gameplay before the PS4 Pro came out. That flashback recording does come in handy quite a bit. So yeah, if you're using this on the computer and use the flashback recording, yeah, it's a really good feature to have. For obvious reasons, there's no UI when you're recording in standalone mode, so it's not available outside of using it when you're plugged into the computer. But here we go. We have the in the box section, where it kind of tells you, what all is included in the box. So we have the actual unit itself, the power supply with multiple different connectors for different regions. So if you're taking this abroad for a gaming tournament, or if you're just visiting family, or just visiting other countries, you can bring this along, still record your clips, and you won't have to buy any extra adapter heads. Then we also have two USB 3.0 cables, and then HDMI 2.0 cable. Now take note here, take note if you can see it. If we focus in a little bit. Oh no, it's not focusing. There we go. In small text over here, it says SD card not included. So you're gonna have to buy yourself an SD card to use with this thing if you plan on using it in standalone mode. I can grab my SD card over here. Here's the one I'll be using. It's the SanDisk. Don't know if you can see that. SanDisk Extreme Pro. 256 gigabyte model. You want to make sure that for the speed of recording for 4K HDR footage, you want to make sure it has this little, you can't see it there, but it has like a little 3 in the bucket, and it has a V30. That's going to tell you the speed of the card. You want to make sure that whatever card you get, whether it's SanDisk, Samsung, whatever, it matches those specs so you can record with this bad boy. But we're going to put that off to the side. We'll come back to that later. And here we have the back of the box. So again, we have the capture card up here, computer you can't see, and then we have some more information. So authentic gameplay, standalone recording, superior broadcast, next-gen encoding, and then built to tour, and then we have a little bit of detail in terms of what you get on the box itself. So you get, let's see, oh, there we go. So you got audio input in case you want to input, or in case you want to route the sound out to some headphones. Maybe you're playing in an area where you need to be quiet, you can't have it blasting it through your speaker. You have that little option there. Then you have the recorder button, SD card slot, USB Type-C port, another USB Type-C port, HDMI port in, then HDMI out port. And then at the bottom you have some system requirements, which if you focus in there, you can see the system requirements there. I'll just linger on that for a second. Alright, and then we will go over to the side. On the side of the box, you have the logo again, so nothing really impressive. And then you just have some safety warning stuff here on the bottom. Again, that's not important. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open real quick. Get that. And of course it has this little thing. And you know what? I'll be right back. Let me go grab something so I can tear off this tape. All right, and we're back. So, got this part open. So, with that. All right. This is actually pretty snazzy. I like that. Okay, Elgato, I see you guys. With a nice presentation. Then we have the quick start guide, which we don't need right now. We have a one USB Type-C cable and two USB Type-C cables and our HDMI cable. And then over here we have, what is this? I guess this might be the manual in a different language. It does have different languages listed there. Oh. Then we have this little Elgato card. It's kind of snazzy, I like it. Huh. I'm not gonna take that out. We will just keep that in there. Put that. And here is the meat and the potatoes. The whole reason you guys are watching, we actually put it off the side. But there is another thing in here, and I want to see what's in here. So, how do we open this thing up? So, we just, there we go. Ah, it's the AC adapter. I forgot about that. AC adapter and the plugs. So, here's your main AC adapter for the US region or the North American region. And then I'll put that off to the side. Put that off to the side as well. Then here we have the other heads, depending on which region you end up going to. So we take this out. Okay, and so North American plug, and you just kind of, so this side down like that, and snap it in. Nice and simple. If you need to snap it out, I assume, is there a button? There is not a button. So, oh, there may be a button. Oh, okay. So there is a little button right here. If you press that while it's sliding up, it'll come right out. But we just needed that. We're gonna put that one back in, and put that off to the side, and grab the main showcase here. So this is your Elgato 4K 60S Plus in all of its glory. It has a nice little textured finish over here. I like that. I really like that. Kind of cold to the touch, which I really dig actually. And then we have these long feet at the bottom, perfect for not moving when you're, when you try to, well, just not moving in general if your cables are weighing down on the device. And let's see. Then we have the record button, SD card slot, audio input. The record button is actually capacitive touch, so you just kind of tap it and it should start recording. And then we have our one USB slot, two USB type slot or Type C slot for the power, an HDMI in, and HDMI output. So I'm actually going to give you a quick rundown on how to set this up. I would go over to my TV, but there's really not any room to get good lighting over there by a TV and get a camera in a good spot. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. The hypothetical scenarios. We'll pretend that the PS4 Pro is up here on the table, or that we're back there, and we will go ahead and unwind all this stuff. Now, one thing to note is that you're going to need a second HDMI cable. If you have a PlayStation or Xbox or whatever console you decide to use to record the footage, I would assume that you have an HDMI cable that came with that one. You can use that as the second HDMI cable without any issue. So if we take this off, this might take a second. Another thing to note is that for the SD card, you're gonna want to. You can use two formats. So you can use the exFAT format or the FAT32 format. FAT32 format differs from the exFAT because the FAT32, it limits your file size to 4 gigabytes. So if you're recording something that's like, let's say an hour, obviously it's going to be a lot larger than 4 gigabytes. The Elgato 4K 60S Plus is going to split that video up into multiple parts. And the website says it does it seamlessly without any breaks, so that shouldn't be a problem. So you should be all good to go there. I'm going to refocus. Alright, so we got this one done. And so, theoretically, this cord could go into your computer, and then you could plug this end of the cable into the first USB-C slot over here. I'm not going to do that because I'm not using this in with my computer. I'm using it in standalone mode. So all I need is the power, HDMI in, and HDMI out slots. So I'm going to connect this to the power supply. There we go. And then you just plug this into your wall outlet. And then we would connect this to the power slot, like so. And then your PS4 HDMI cable is going to go from your PS4 into that HDMI in slot, so that your signal from the PS4 goes into the Elgato, and then you'll grab the HDMI cable that came with the Elgato, or maybe another one that you might have just laying around. And we'll connect that to the HDMI out slot so that the output goes into your TV. And so take off these little caps, which I love, by the way. They're good for keeping everything organized. So if we just take those off. And so, oh, yep, okay. So there you go. So this goes into the wall. Again, in standby mode. PS4 HDMI goes into here. HDMI out goes from your Elgato into your TV. Then obviously you'll want to grab your, before you start recording, you're going to want to grab your SD card and then put it into the SD card slot located here. If we can get a better shot there. Oh, no, does not want to get a better shot. There we go. So you're going to want to grab your SD card, and then facing up, just kind of slide in, and that's all. And once you're ready and you've got everything hooked up, you just you tap on the record button, and that should light up, letting you know that you're recording. Then once you're ready, tap on it to stop, take out the SD card, put it into your computer or laptop or whatever device. You can review the footage and then start editing if you need to. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. And everyone, I hope you have a good day and stay safe out there. HDMI in slot, so that your signal from the PS4 goes into the Elgato, and then you'll grab the HDMI cable that came with the Elgato, or maybe another one that you might have just laying around. And we'll connect that to the HDMI out slot so that the output goes into your TV. And so take off these little caps, which I love, by the way. They're good for keeping everything organized. So if we just take those off. And so, oh, yep, okay. So there you go. So this goes into the wall. Again, in standby mode. PS4 HDMI goes into here. HDMI out goes from your Elgato into your TV. Then obviously you'll want to grab your, before you start recording, you're going to want to grab your SD card and then put it into the SD card slot located here. If we can get a better shot there. Oh, no, does not want to get a better shot. There we go. So you're going to want to grab your SD card, and then facing up, just kind of slide in, and that's all. Then once you're ready and you've got everything hooked up, you just you tap on the record button, and that should light up, letting you know that you're recording. Then once you're ready, tap on it to stop, take out the SD card, put it into your computer or laptop or whatever device. You can review the footage and then start editing if you need to. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. And everyone, I hope you have a good day and stay safe out there. Hey everyone, Jesse here again. Want to make a quick little end cap to this video. I realized once I started using the Elgato 4K 60S Plus, I started up the first video wrong. Like I was actually playing, Ghost of Tsushima without actually recording. So I thought, okay, you know what? Because I made that mistake, there's probably somebody else who's going to make that same mistake. And so to kind of help stop that, let me go ahead and show you exactly how to start recording with your Elgato 4K 60S Plus in standalone mode hooked up to your PS4 Pro. Now, of course, this will work if you have it hooked up to your Nintendo Switch or your Xbox One or whatever game console you have set up. But anyway, so right now you can kind of see in the background there that my TV is on. It's on the correct input. My game console is off. I have everything all set up here, connected to the PS4 is connected to the input on the Elgato. Then the output of the Elgato is going into the TV. Now, if I turn on the PlayStation 4, you can hear that familiar little beep there in the background. So the PS4 is on now. However, what you don't see on the TV is any sort of spring to life moment. There's the PS4, the menu's not there, nothing's happening. It's still on the waiting for the input there on my TV. The reason being is because the Elgato itself is currently in standby mode. So when you're not recording or anything like that, it goes into a standby mode where it's consuming what I would assume would be a low amount of power. And you can tell that because the little indicator light here doesn't have anything on it. It's completely gray, nothing's going on over there. Meanwhile, the light for your SD card bay is over here and it's kind of flashing a bluish color. And so one other thing to note there is that if you're using the Elgato 4K 60S Plus, it is going to disable I think it's HDMI CEC. That's the feature that your TV would use to know that your whatever device is connected to the HDMI input just turned on, and then automatically go to that that input. So normally, if I had my PS4 connected directly into my TV, I turn on my PS4, my TV would automatically turn on and go automatically to that input. But because the PS4 is connected to the Elgato, it doesn't do that anymore. Even if I turn on the Elgato itself, it still doesn't do that. It doesn't recognize that the Elgato is on or the PS4 is on, so it doesn't do anything. I wish there was a way to have the Elgato talk to the TV to let it know that the Elgato is now on. I also wish that there was a remote that I could use so I don't have to get up and turn on the Elgato every time that I need to do something. But anyway, PS4 is on, so let's go ahead and just tap that. And you'll see that the light over here starts going red. If we wait for a second, it's just booting up right now. Now it's flashing. And there we go. So now you can hear the, we're gonna mute that real quick. So now you can hear the PS4 going on in the background. You can see my little, you can see the menu there in the background there with the blue and everything. What you can also see is that now there's that little red indicator light. That lets you know that the Elgato 4K 60S Plus is on. You're just waiting for you to give it the signal to start recording. You can play like this perfectly fine. You're just not recording. So, and I mean, these file sizes are actually pretty big. I found that it's about 30-ish gigabytes for an hour's worth of footage. So, and that's if you're recording 4K footage. I don't know about at lower resolutions. But yeah, so you might want to record there without having the Elgato 4K 60S Plus recording, or if you might want to play without recording. And so this light in the middle, this nice solid light in the middle, lets you know that the Elgato is on and it's just not recording. To actually get it to record, all we need to do is just tap that, it'll flash, and then you'll see that the indicator light, the indicator ring on the outside goes on and starts flashing. That's to let you know that, okay, Your Elgato 4K 60S Plus is now recording. It's all ready to go. You're doing your thing, okay? So now to stop it from recording or just to turn it off, all you do is give it a nice little tap there. That red button in the middle, or the red indicator light in the middle, will flash. While it's flashing, that's telling you that it's writing everything to your SD card, or it's finishing encoding it to your SD card. Then that's it. So the little light's no longer flashing. So if I want to, I could take this SD card out of my Elgato 4K 60S Plus, put it into my computer, transfer the data, then keep doing my thing. So it's a short little how-to on finishing up the setup process for the Elgato 4K 60S Plus. And yes, I will say that as many times as I need to because that's very long and I'm very proud that I can get it out without stuttering. So yeah, that's a nice little setup process. I'll leave you guys with a little, I'll leave everyone here with a little sample of some footage of me playing Ghost of Tsushima. So mild spoiler warning, just going to be playing in the first area. Spoilers for late game moves. Won't be spoiling the story or anything like that, but yeah, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, I'll do my best there in the comment section below. If not, I hope you guys, I hope everyone has a good day and stay safe, everyone.
Leave me alone.
Hold still.
Thank goodness.
Be careful up there.
Please, this is for you.
Go!